The Los Angeles Lakers, the team tied for the most championships in NBA history, with that being 17 championships. And today, I'm going to talk about all 17 titles in order from their first title to their 17th title. So, with that being said, let's get right into it, starting off with title number one. All right, so the Lakers' first ever NBA championship came in the BAA Finals of 1949. Yes, the BAA Finals, and it wasn't even called the Los Angeles Lakers at this point. They were the Minneapolis Lakers. But the team they would go against was the Washington Capitals. And in this series, the Lakers would be able to get rid of them in 6 games. And now that marks title number one for the Minneapolis Lakers. Moving forward to title number two. Their next championship came in 1950. Yes, they won back-to-back titles. So, in the 1950s NBA Finals, they played the Syracuse Nationals. And in this series, they got rid of the Nationals in 6 games, not winning back-to-back titles. This finals happened 18 years before Martin Luther King died, before Muhammad Ali stepped foot in a pro boxing ring, before Hulk Hogan even made his WWF debut. This was just historical. And this was before Bill Russell even got his first title. Puts you into perspective about how old the Lakers' history is. But with that being said, let's move on to the Lakers' third NBA championship. That one coming in 1952. That one they still had whitewater fountains and blackwater fountains. So, in the 1952 NBA Finals, the Minneapolis Lakers would go against the New York Knicks. Damn, even back then they sucked. But in this series, the Lakers would beat the Knicks in 7 games, winning their third NBA championship. 3 championships in a span of 5 years, not too shabby. But let's move on to 1953, where yes, they was in the finals again. Alright, so here we are, finally, the 1953 NBA Finals, where it would be the Minneapolis Lakers versus the New York Knicks. So, and this go around, the Knicks would lose to the Lakers in 5 games, and the Lakers send their dirty ass home. And with that being said, let's move on to 1954, where the Minneapolis Lakers would play the Syracuse Nationals. And in this go around, the Lakers would beat the Syracuse Nationals in a 7-game span. With now, the Lakers completing the three-peat, winning at 1952, 1953, and 1954. But now, let's move on to the next championship, which came almost 20 years later, which was in 1972, where the Lakers would play the dirty-ass New York Knicks. And in this series, the Lakers would get rid of the Knicks in 5 games. And now, we move on to the Lakers' next championship, which came 8 years later. But since we're getting more and more closer to modern times, let's talk about their playoff run a little bit. So, a Lakers team led by a rookie Magic Johnson and an older Kareem Abdul-Jabbar went 60-22. Now we advance to the 1980 playoffs, drugs and cocaine. So, in the first round of the 1980 playoffs, the Los Angeles Lakers will go against the Phoenix Suns, and they will get rid of them in 5 games, advancing to the Western Conference Finals, where they will play the Seattle Supersonics. And in that series, the Lakers will also get rid of them in 5 games, and now we advance to the NBA Finals. So, in the 1980 NBA Finals, it will be the Los Angeles Lakers versus the Philadelphia 76ers. So, in Game 1 of the 1980 Finals, the Lakers will win this game by 7 points, with the score being 109-102, with the leading scorer being Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with 33 points for the night. Now advancing to Game 2, May 7, Game 2, 1980, crack and cocaine. Alright. So, in this game, it would be the Philadelphia 76ers coming out on top, with the score being 107-104. Now we advance to Game 3, where it would be May 10th, 1980. And in this game, the Lakers will come out on top, winning by 10, with the score being 111-101, advancing to Game 4, where in Game 4, the Sixers fight to keep their season alive. This game, it would go down to the wire, but the Sixers will come out on top, with the score being 105-102. And now we move on to Game 5, where it was May 14th, 1980. In Game 5, the Lakers will come out on top, with the score being 108-103, with Kareem dropping 40 points for the night. And now we move on to Game 6. Here we are, Game 6. Winner go home for the Philadelphia 76ers, and for the Lakers capture their first championship in 8 years. And in Game 6, it was 123 to 107, with the Lakers coming out on top. Magic Johnson winning a Finals MVP, actually a Finals MVP in his rookie season. And it has never been done again since that. But with that being said, let's move on to the Lakers' next NBA Finals appearance. Their next championship came in 1982. So for the 81-82 season, the Lakers went 57-25. And now we have been to the NBA playoffs, where in the first round, they will play the Phoenix Suns. And in this series, they will sweep the Suns, get them up out of here. And now I've been to the second round, where they will play the San Antonio Spurs. So, Lakers versus Spurs. We're going to see that a lot in this video later on. So, against the Spurs, the Lakers will sweep them. And now I advance to the NBA Finals, where we'll meet up with the Philadelphia 76ers once again. Now we get to the 1982 NBA Finals. So, in the 1982 NBA Finals, Sixers versus Lakers, the Lakers, of course, will come out on top, winning this series in 6 games. That boy Magic Johnson get ring number 2. And now we move on to 1985. Here we go. The 1984 to 1985 Lakers. This team was coached by Pat Riley, and they went 62-20. And now we have been to the NBA playoffs. In the first round, they played the Phoenix Suns, and they would beat them in 3 games, sweeping them. Boy, they are the Suns' daddy. And now we have been to the second round, where they'll play the Portland Trail Blazers. And in 5 games, the Lakers get rid of them, advancing to the Western Conference Finals. In the Western Conference Finals, we'll see the Lakers versus the Nuggets. Feel like I've seen that before. But this go around, Lakers will beat the Nuggets in 5 games and advance to the NBA Finals, where they would meet up with the Boston Celtics. And against the Boston Celtics, they would beat them in 6 games, claiming another title 3 years later. Now advancing to the 1986 and 1987 season, where they are again coached by Pat Riley. Okay, so this season the Lakers went 65-17. And now we have been to the playoffs, where in the playoffs they'll go against the team they went against in the Western Conference Finals in the first round, which was the Denver Nuggets. They'll easily sweep them, get rid of them. Bye-bye. Advance to the second round, where they'll play the Golden State Warriors. I swear I've seen that before. But this go around, the Lakers will get rid of them in 5 games, advancing to Western Conference Finals, where they'll play the Seattle Supersonics, and they'll get them up out of there, sweeping them in 4 games, advancing to the NBA Finals, where they will play the Boston Celtics. Who else would the Lakers play? Against the Celtics, the Lakers will get rid of them in 6 games, winning another NBA championship. Alright, now we have been to the 1987-1988 season. Again, they're coached by Pat Riley. Boy, the Lakers were just tough. This year, they went 62-20. And now advancing to the playoffs, where they'll go against the San Antonio Spurs. I told you they're going to be in this video a lot. So, against the San Antonio Spurs, they will sweep them easily. Advancing to the second round, where they'll play the Utah Jazz. It was a tough battle, you know. It took them 7 games to get rid of the Jazz, but they was able to do it and advance to the Western Conference Finals, playing against the Dallas Mavericks. And they'll get rid of them in 7 games. Advancing to the NBA Finals, where they'll play the Detroit Pistons, the bad boys. So, against the Pistons, the Lakers will get rid of them in 7 games, claiming the 1988 Larry O'Brien Trophy. What is it called that back then? Whatever. Now let's advance to that next NBA Finals, which happened 12 years later in the year 2000. It's the year 2000. The Lakers are now being coached by legendary coach Phil Jackson. What Polo said, I keep calling plays like I'm Phil Jackson. All right, whatever. All right, so the Lakers went 67-15, and now we go to their playoff run, where they'll go against the Sacramento Kings. Against the Kings, the Lakers will get rid of them in 5 games, winning the series 3-2. Advancing to the second round, where they'll play the Phoenix Suns, and they'll get rid of them in 5 games. And now, here we are, the Western Conference Finals, where they'll go against the Portland Trail Blazers. And they'll get rid of them in 7 games, advancing to the NBA Finals. In the NBA Finals, they'll go against the Indiana Pacers. The one shot Reggie Miller has of getting an NBA championship. But the Lakers crushed his dream of winning the title, and they win the series in 6 games. Now we move on to the next season, which was the 2000-2001 season, still being coached by Phil Jackson. This year, the Lakers went 56-26. So, in the first round of the 2001 NBA playoffs, they would go against the Portland Trail Blazers. Lakers would just easily get rid of the Blazers. 2 of them in 3 games advance to the second round, where they'll go against the Sacramento Kings. They'll get rid of them easily, sweeping them. They advance to the Western Conference Finals against the San Antonio Spurs. Told you, we're going to see them a lot. And the Lakers would sweep them. They just swept through the West, and now they go against the Philadelphia 76ers. But this time, they wouldn't be able to sweep them. The Sixers said, nah, we ain't going out like that. But they got rid of them in 5 games anyway, and now the Lakers hold claim to a second title back-to-back. Now advancing to the 2002 season, still being coached by Phil Jackson. This year, this Lakers squad went 58-24. And in the first round, they went against the Portland Trail Blazers, swept them easily. Then in the second round, they went against the San Antonio Spurs, seeing them a lot. And the Lakers got rid of them in the 5 games. Advancing to the Western Conference Finals. Oh, here we go. The Western Conference Finals of 2002. The Lakers versus the Sacramento Kings. The Kings put up the best fight the Lakers faced so far. So, the Lakers got rid of the Kings in the 7 games, advancing to the NBA Finals, where they'll go against the New Jersey Nets. And against the Nets, the Lakers was just easily sweeping them. And now having a 3-peat. The last time this ever happened in NBA history. But after 2002, it wouldn't be until 2009 where the Lakers would hold claim to another NBA championship. In 2009, the Lakers would go against the Orlando Magic, being led by Dwight Howard, a player who would soon, in a couple of years, be on their team. But in the 2009 finals, the Lakers would get rid of the Magic easily, winning the series in 5 games. And Kobe gets title number 4 without Shaq, proving that he could win without Shaq on his team. Now let's advance to the 2010 NBA Finals. Alright, moving on from 2009, let's go on to 2010, where in 2010, the Lakers will go against the Boston Celtics. Oh my gosh, again? Yes, again. Alright, let's talk about it. So, this was the 12th time the Celtics and the Lakers played each other in the NBA Finals. And I'm pretty sure that's the most in NBA history where 2 teams faced off in the NBA Finals. Don't fact check me, but I'm pretty sure that's a fact. Alright, so let's get into it. So, from June 3rd to June 17th of 2010, the Lakers and Celtics went at it. And it went to 7 games. And in game 7, the Lakers will come out on top. Kobe gets ring number 5, and the Lakers get ring number 16. Moving on to their next finals appearance, which didn't happen until 10 whole years later. It was under weird circumstances because they were in the NBA bubble, which was made because of the cough. Alright, so let's talk about it. So, 2020, everything in the world was just wrong, man. The world was shut down. Kids couldn't go to school. People were getting let off from their jobs, and no sports was being played. But the NBA said, you know what? We're going to find a way to play basketball. And which they did. They made the NBA bubble at a Disney resort in Florida. So, let's talk about it. In the first round, the Lakers would go against the Portland Trail Blazers. And in that series, the Lakers would easily get rid of the Trail Blazers in 5 games, advancing to the second round where they would play the James Harden-led Rockets. And against the Rockets, of course, the Lakers would win that series and go to the Western Conference Finals where they would play the Denver Nuggets. Now, this Denver Nuggets team was coming off of 2 back-to-back, being down 3-1 and beating that team.